means that it is 4 times 1 plus 5, which is 9. When j is 2, it's 4 times 2 plus 5, which is 13. When j is 3, it's 4 times 3 plus 5, which equals 18. Now, I'm sorry, 17. Now, do you have to show work on these, or do you just have to kind of
We just have to like show that we know how the process is done, you know.
okay. So by now you see the pattern. You can see
Hmm.
that it goes up by 4. So I'll do it this way: 9 plus 13 plus 17 plus 21 plus 25, 29 plus 33 plus 37 plus 41. And this is where I'm going to start counting, because we want 10 of them. We're starting from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So you can add those up there if you got
But
a
you just
calculator.
multiply it by 10. Like,
No, no, unfortunately, no, you cannot do that. There is a formula for this. That's why I was asking. Your
oh yeah, we
calculators.
do like the formula way.
Okay, so the formula way is the sum of the first 10 is the number of terms divided by 2, the first term plus the last term. So there's 10 terms divided by 2, 9 plus 45. But you said 10, you just have to make sure you divide by 2.
Okay.
So it's 5 times 54, which is 260. One of the reasons I was asking if it's an online system, you're welcome to check these as we go. It's also good to check because I make mistakes and I don't want you to, lose points if you can do that.
Wait, why did you put 45 for AN?
That's the last term.
Okay.
The 10th term should be the 10th term. So it's really the first plus the last number of terms divided by 2. And that'll be more useful in this next questions, because it gets to a point where you can't actually write out all the terms. You have to just figure out the first and the last.
Yeah, in my class we like don't have to like write it out, so I'm kind of confused. Like,
Sorry, and
should
this is 270. This is 270.
okay. Like, do we have to do 9 plus 13 plus 17?
No, that's what I was at. You can do either way. You can either use the formula or you can write out all the terms and add them up.
Okay.
Either is okay. Like, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not grading you. You should do what the teacher wants you to do in the classroom. So it maybe is it clear now? I'm giving you like multiple ways to do this, but you have to pick the one that you're using in the classroom.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's 270, not 260. All right. Let me know when we can move on to the next one.
We're good. Yeah.
Okay. Large theater has met large multiplex movie house has many theaters. The largest theater is 42 rows. There are 12 seats in the first row. So you can start maybe a small picture. There's 12 there, and then there's 42 in the last. And it says each row has 2 seats more than the previous. So we know it goes up by 2 each time.
Hmm.
All right. So this is where you have to figure out the number of rows. And you really need to write a formula. AN equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Do you remember seeing that in class?
Yeah.
Okay. So the the first row is 12. The last row is 42. First and the last. But what we don't know is the number of rows, but we know that the difference between each row is 2.
Hmm.
So we've got it down to one variable. So to solve this, you subtract 12 from both sides.
Oh, okay,
30
okay.
equals n minus 1 times 2. Rather than distributing that 2 in, it's actually better to divide it out.
Hmm.
So 15 equals n minus 1. And then you add 1 here, n equals 16.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, now that I'm looking at this sum, it looks like we might even be going like the reverse order here, where we should have done the ones on the bottom first. But the reason this is important is to find the sum of the first 16 rows. It's n over 2, which is going to be 16 over 2. It's the first row plus the 16th row, which in your problem is 12 plus 42. So the first row is 12 seats in it. The last row is 42 seats in it, 16 rows. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. If you got a calculator handy, let's go ahead and see what you come up with on that.
Okay, I got 432.
Okay.
Okay.
And are you able to check these as we go or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know if there's any issues.
Oh wait,
This,
that one's wrong. And 16 was wrong.
these both have not been correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do a check here because I don't understand.
That one's correct.
This one was correct,
Yeah.
270.
Yeah.
But you're saying this one was not.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what is these? No, I misread this. I apologize.
That's okay.
We have to redo this. Okay, so there are 12 seats in the first row. That's true, but then it says 42 rows, and each row goes up by 2. So I messed up here. AN equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D. There's 12 in the first row. There are 42 rows, and the difference is 2. So we're going to
Mm-hmm.
find out how many are in the last row by
Oh,
using the
okay, okay.
formula. So that's where I misunderstood this. It's going to be a lot. Um, all right, so 94 like
That's what I
that.
got too.
Yeah. So that's important because we're doing the sum of the first 42 rows. It's 42 over 2 times however many are in the first row plus however many in their last row, which is 90, 94, like this.
Okay, this problem might be wrong because it said that the correct answer was 2,226.
Yeah, we're going to get that here when you do this.
Oh, okay.
So the mistake was I didn't read this correctly. I in truth, yeah, I don't naturally read these questions as carefully as I should with you guys. But now that I read it correctly, that it's a huge difference here. This will end up being that number you were. Now, do you have an option to do another problem? Like do
I
a
have, I can do a similar one.
yeah, and that's where we can do that now. This is 2,226. So why don't you grab a similar problem and tell me the numbers, because the 42 is going to change and the 12 is going to change and maybe the 2 seats more is going to change.
It is 42 rows, 19 seats. Each row has three more seats than the previous row.
Okay. That's good enough here. So um it's the same as before. We're going to go AN equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D. The
Mhm.
first row has 19. There are 42 rows, and the difference is 3 between each row. So we got, so 142 is what I have for that.
Yeah, same.
All right, so the sum of the 42 rows is 42 over 2 times however many there are in the first row, which is 19 plus 142 in the last one there.
Okay.
And you just get one attempt each time?
I get like 3 attempts each
Okay.
time.
All right.
Okay, I got 3,381.
Yes.
Okay, and that was right.
Great. Okay. So
That was another one.
it's the another movie theater one here with the 34.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
can
so
try
take a
to
look.
do it by myself and then like check answers with you.
Yeah, this one is actually identical to the previous one in terms of like it's the same setup. Yeah. So if you want to try that, that'd be fine.
Okay. I kind of forgot the formula for the second one that we used.
For the sum formula,
Yes.
so the sum of the 34 rows, it's n over 2, but it's that number over 2 times the first plus the last. Now, what'd you get for the last? That's important here.
I got 70. Is that right?
I got it because it's going up by 3 each time.
Yeah.
So let's back up here because that's important. Make sure we get that. So it's an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So it's 13 in the first,
Oh,
n
I
is,
did 34.
and then yeah, d is the 3 here. So go ahead and recalculate that.
Okay. Okay. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I got 112.
Okay, I agree.
Okay, did you get 2,125?
Go ahead and
Yeah.
check that. Always good to double check you're entering the right number, before you submit.
Okay, that was right.
All right. So this last one here, like this feels like it should have been the first question we did because
Hmm.
it's you're either just visually say I see the pattern, what's the jump, or you write a formula. I don't know. What do you see here?
It's going up by 4.
Try again.
Oh wait, by 3. Oh
Try
wait,
again.
sorry. The thing on your screen is different than the one on mine.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe you can do it without me, but in this case, it'd be 17, 19, and 21. You probably can see the like whatever yours is on your screen, go with to, um,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. So that to me,
Um,
that takes care of everything in that 1.4 part two. We can look at 1.5 part one or go to 6.1 day one. Maybe it's
um,
1.6. I don't know. So
can we do 1.5 day one?
yes, yes.
Okay.
All right. This is what I see for the first question. I guess maybe check that it's the same on yours.
Oh wait.
They sometimes change depending on, whether you work the problem or not.
Okay, yeah, that's the same one.
Okay. Just kind of jumping ahead here to the next one, it's probably too small for me to help here. Let me see if I mean,
Okay.
it's okay. I guess it's okay. It's just, I was worried that when I zoomed in, it was going to get pixely. Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know how to tell you how to graph this first one because I don't know what options are there, but generally you have to pick points to
Yeah.
graph. Like and if you need to, I can make you co-host and you can share your screen if you need me to help you
I'm
graphing.
working it on like a different computer.
Okay, that's fair. So I don't, so this is like, let me just graph these on my side and then you can you can decide what you want to do with them
Yeah. Like I just
afterward.
need someone to like check my work and like because I graphed it and I'm supposed to find the intersection and that was the point that was the intersection, you know.
You have it correct. This is the intersection point. So,
And I
uh,
don't know what's wrong. Oh wait, what does like interval notation mean? Like am I supposed to put it in a certain way?
because it's just an ordered pair, this looks right to me.
Okay.
Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna like submit it as that, like with that one. Oh, okay, the answer was negative infinity 6.
Okay, so there's something that's missing here. Like it's probably asking where is y1 less than y2, something like that.
Yeah,
That isn't here.
sorry.
It's okay. You can send over more stuff, or again, if you want to share your screen, fine too.
Hmm.
Um, or you can just redo it. And so what they're trying, like y1, like they're really saying where is like one line below the other, or
Hmm.
one line below the other. Um, what do you want to do here? Because we can move on.
Oh, yeah, let's just go to the next one.
Okay. All right. So this one here, um, I've got it actually up on my other screen more zoomed in, but it says here, part A is the altitude at which the clouds will not form is below. So they're kind of asking for like you to solve like where is T of X below D of X or D of X below T of X, something like that. Um, it says, note that clouds will not form at altitudes for which the air temperature is above the dew point. So basically, where is T of X greater than D of X?
Hmm.
So T of X is this T0 minus 19X, and that is, looks like they want you to do 61 for that. And then D of X is D0 minus 5.8X. Is that, yeah, that's right. And then that's 46 minus 5.8X. Although this doesn't necessarily look right. Ground level temperature, T0, and dew point is D0. Okay. Maybe this one more time. Clouds will not form for altitudes for which the air temperature, that's T of X, is above the dew point. Okay. So we're just solving this inequality now.
Oh, okay.
We're going to subtract 46. We're going to add 19X to both sides. So we have 15 greater than 13.2X. Doesn't seem right. Oh, this is rounded nearest 100,000. Okay, and then divide by 13.2. All right, so it's we're gonna take 15 divided by 13.2,
Hmm.
which is 1.14.
Yeah.
And then this is written weird, so x less than 1.14. So that's how they want you to answer part A, 1.14. This really looks like Pearson, my math lab.
Oh,
Is that at all perhaps what you're using?
no,
Okay. All right.
I've like
Anyway,
never heard of that.
okay. Yeah, this is what a lot of people are using this, but you're not. That's okay. They're We're all sort of the same. Uh,
It said that this is incorrect. It said substitute the value of TO and DO into the equation like TX equals TO minus 19X.
13.2.
And
Let me
yeah.
try graphing these to see if and are you sure these numbers are the same? Like on mine, it's 61 and 46, 19X and 5.8X.
Oh, mine are, oh my gosh, my numbers changed.
Yeah.
It's
So,
66 degrees and 55 degrees.
and does that, what about the 19 and the 5.8?
Those are the same.
Okay, so you have to read those to me one more time. You said 66
And
and
55.
okay, so you're just solving same kind of equation here. 11 greater than 13.2x.
0.83.
Yeah, so x is less than 0.83. And A and B have the same answer. They're just A is asking you to use it graphically, B is asking you to do it
Okay.
by hand.
Now we have to find the solution set.
Okay. Um, well, x is less than 0.83, but like it's not probably not negative. So it might be like 0 to x to 0.83 or using interval notation. I don't know, do any of these look possible as what you can enter?
The interval notation. Here,
I
let me
don't know
put
if I don't know if 0 is included.
the 0 is like an
Yeah,
option or
Sometimes they want bracket on that one point.
Mm. Oh, maybe it's because of the bracket. Um, oh, okay. It wanted it as 5/6.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, so we can move on to 1.6.
Okay. Wait just a moment to get that one up. Just the one problem to graph the solution set of the linear inequality.
Hmm?
Is it just the one problem?
Yeah. Let me
Okay.
check to make sure the numbers are matching though.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they match.
Okay. I'm gonna do this in Desmos because I want to show you kind of a really good way of working around this that will help you. So let me new share that, and then so the typical way for the student to do this is you graph it exactly the way that it's written, and you might say, well, why wouldn't I just do it like this? Uh, you'll see in a moment here why that is. X is greater than or equal to 0. Y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now, what you are trying to decide, and this is what's hard, it's even worse when you have a graphing calculator, is where's the overlap of all four of them? Like, where are all four of them true?
Oh
Now,
my
I
God.
mean, right, it's really hard to see, right? So watch this. I'm going to do this differently now. I'm going to switch all of the inequalities. You have to switch them all in the other direction.
Oh, really?
Yep, watch this. It's like a magic performance here. All right, now you should see a white space.
Yes.
So the white space is the overlap of all four. But you can't see it. You can't see it unless you do it the way where you flip all the inequalities.
Okay.
So that is a shortcut here. Um, that may have been worth the price of admission today to learn that little thing. But be careful. If you graph it exactly the way it's written here, you will not see it. Like you have to do it as you go. You're like, okay, it's everything. All right, it's all that. All right, where's that? Okay, it's all of this, and that's like, okay, okay, that I think I see it, and then maybe I don't see it, but it is this sort of shape in here that you're
That's
going, oh,
really cool.
yeah, it's really a neat thing um to to consider. All right, so I don't know what you have to do on your side. I guess you got to graph it and then
I literally just have to graph it.
okay. So if you need help with that, I mean, I'll keep this up. Um,
Okay,
Let me
yeah.
know.
Okay, we got it.
Excellent. What else do you have for us to look at today?
Um, I think I have an assignment for today in class.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Um,
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and send it over, or you could we'll, take a look.
could I text you pictures of it?
Sure.
Okay.
I can put the number in the chat if you don't have it or it's too hard to find.
Okay, yeah. Could you put your number in the chat?
Yes, this is my business number. It's not my number, it's just my business number. So you could text it anytime for, sitting over work or whatever. I don't check it unless I'm working.
Okay. Oh. I don't really think I need help on today's work.
It's up to
Okay,
you.
good.
Like we don't have to use the time, but I'm happy to like you can work on it. I can hang around if you have questions. I mean,
Okay, wait. I have one question. I'm gonna text you a picture. Are you familiar with like the matrices?
yep,
Okay.
let's upload this. You're welcome to send over a few more if you think we'll need them. Almost there.
Okay, I sent
There you are.
over 3.
Okay. Right. This is kind of one of those like, are you allowed to use a calculator or do you have to do it by hand? Because it sometimes and this is not that difficult, but the future problems may be
We have to
difficult.
use a calculator.
Good, good. I'll be happy to show you to work out some of these if needed. All right, so this one here, it says write the system of equations. So the two comes from this first. So this is really X. The first column Y is the second column. And 7
Mhm.
and -4 are what's called the right-hand side. There's really an equals there. So it's this one equals 7.
Oh,
You're just picking off those numbers there to go in. Now the second equation is probably the next one. It's 3x plus 5y equals -4.
okay. 1 second. Stay right there. Okay, perfect. So the next one. Oh, is it just like, does it have to line up to the
When you say
matrix?
next one, do you mean you're looking at the next problem? Because I didn't get everything uploaded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the
I got
next
I got
problem.
yes. Let me grab this here.
Sorry, this is kind of confusing.
Yeah, so here we go. Make sure I got the other one loading. Okay, right. The equation presented by the matrix. So because there's 3 columns here left of that vertical line, it's X, Y, and Z. So the first one is out because it's got too many letters in it. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have to kind of look at these. Okay, like you're missing a little bit here, but it would be 5x minus 7z. Sorry, 5x minus 7y plus 4z equals 7. 2x, maybe I should write these as well.
C and D
5x
were
minus,
cut off at the end, by the way.
right. Yeah, but there's enough there to be able to do this.
Yeah.
That's the first row. You can see that the first number is the coefficient of x, the second number is the coefficient of y, the third number is the coefficient of z,
Yeah.
and so on and so on. So you've got to decide between, C and D, which one is
C.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I heard C, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then there's another one here that you sent over. This is the more, I mean, we're getting a little bit more where you have to actually write out. Okay. Yeah. So believe it or not, like what we are looking at is what's called Pearson. It's just embedded in your school's system. My math lab, it's a very commonly used thing. Okay, so let x and y represent the number of nickels. X is the number of nickels, y is the number of dimes. Write a system of equations that can represent the situation. Charles has a collection of nickels and dimes worth $1.15. He has 14 coins. What are the systems of equations? Then an augmented matrix. So there's always two equations. There's the total equation, which is like more like the quantity equation, which is that
Mm-hmm.
all the nickels plus all the dimes, there's 14 total coins. There's almost always a quantity or total equation. Then there's a money equation. The money equation is the value of the nickel, which is 0.05, times the number of nickels, plus the value of the dime, which is zero point 0.1 times the number of dimes, equals the total amount of money. So you can see that these answers are what go in the boxes there. That's for the second one. This is for the first one there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the second part of the equation is to write the augmented matrix.
Yes.
So what that is, what that refers to is the coefficients. So you just want the coefficients. You don't want the variables. So you just write 0.05, little white space, then a 1. That vertical line is the equal sign 1.15. And then again, 1, 1, and 14. So there should be something like that available to you to
Okay, 1 second. Mm. Yeah, okay. I get that. Okay. I finished that. So could we stay on call until the time runs out so that like I could do my homework
Sure.
like
What
in
I'm gonna
between?
what I'm gonna do here is mute myself, and could you just drop a message in the chat if you need me?
Yeah.
Um, I'll just monitor that and unmute myself, if and when you've got a question.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and send it over. Look
Okay,
at it.
I just sent it.
All right, got it. Just letting this thing upload here. Right, get it up, almost done. Get that snipped in here. All right, so to solve this, you can do it by hand, uh, which is just not, usually most students don't want to do it by hand. They want to use
Mhm.
the calculator. You said you're using, you got a TI 83, 84?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me grab my virtual TI 83, 84. First thing though is you need to be able to write the augmented matrix, which is 1, 1, 1, 6, 4, -1, -8, -39, -1, -1, 4, and 14. So hopefully that's okay. I'm going to quickly get up my virtual TI 83, 84.
Is it 4 by 3 or 3 by 4?
So it's always rows, which go horizontally, by columns, which go vertically.
Okay.
So it would be 3 by 4 here. And it sounds like you already know where to go to be able to solve this,
Yeah.
which is good. You go to matrix, edit, and then those in. Most of the mistakes are made by not entering this correctly. So
Yeah.
just take your time entering it. Even one number off can make a huge difference. Make sure you use negative, not subtraction. That's another small thing that I see with students doing. -1, 4, 14. All right, so make sure you quit out of that. And then the way you can kind of check it is if you could second matrix and you just grab it, it'll and hit enter, it'll put it on screen so that it looks, you can just make sure it actually looks the way it's supposed to. And then to
Mhm.
solve it, you go to matrix again, and you go to math, and you want RREF, which is letter B. Stands for reduced row echelon form, which you don't need to know why it's that at the moment. You just need to know how to do it. You grab matrix A again, close parenthesis. Let me just take a quick snip of this, throw it in the other screen in case you want to look at that later. Then you hit enter. This is great. So this is the ideal form. So let me snip this in and then we'll talk about what this means.
I got the same thing.
That's good. If you get fractions or decimals, you probably entered it wrong, potentially. Okay, I'm going to go to the other screen here so we can talk about what this means. So the first row means that x equals -1. The second row means that y equals 3. And the last row is z equals 4. There is more to it, but that's kind of the short way of doing
Yeah.
it. So in terms of how you answer it, yours is letter A. You're going to choose letter A and then put in, -1, 3, and 4 like that.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we do have to stop here for today.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and stop the recording here.